willing to save? Why is God willing to forgive? Why is God willing to give us new life? Why is God so loving? Why is God so merciful? Why is God so good? That even though we don't deserve it, that even though we failed him 1,000,000 times, 1,000,000 times over, we have failed God. And even in the middle of that failure, even though we fail God, he pleases to forgive us. He pleases to give us mercy. He decides to give us grace. We didn't deserve it. We don't deserve it and will never deserve it. Absolutely, positively, never. And people ask this question, and I've said it before and I'll say it 1,000,000 times. People ask this question, they say it in songs. They write poems about it. They write books about it. They even say it in sermons sometimes. I've heard preachers say this. I've heard pastors say these very words that I'm about to say. They said, I don't know why God saved me. I don't know why he gave me life. I don't know what God saw in me. I don't know what God saw in me, they say. And they'll even say the prayer, Lord, what did you see in me? I can't see it, but I know you must have seen something good in me. And some preachers have said, we're so valuable that it took the Son of God. It took the Son of God to come down and to be able to pay the price for our great value. The biggest lie the devil ever told. Didn't take the grace and the love of God to come down because you're so good. It's the other way around. Only the blood of Jesus could have forgiven your nasty, disgusting sin. Only the grace of God could have saved you from your evil, wicked ways. I'm going to tell you tonight, as Ezekiel 36 clearly says here, then you will remember your evil ways. He says, I'm going to multiply the fruit of the tree. I'm going to bless you, and I'm going to bless your produce in your field. And I'm going to take away reproach of famine. And guess what? Instead of you thinking, I'm such a nice guy, I'm such a good person, you're going to remember. You're going to remember your sin. How evil you've been. There's no such thing as a feel-good gospel. The gospel of grace is not a feel-good gospel. The gospel of mercy is not a feel-good gospel. The free grace gospel is not a cookie-cutter pincushion gospel. It's not a candy cane gospel. This gospel gives you forgiveness and grace, and lets you remember how bad you've been. There's something so important that you got to learn as a Christian. And I'm going to be preaching this and preaching this till the day that God takes me. We're saved by grace through faith. It's not your doing. It's not something that you can accomplish. There's such a thing as the law and gospel distinction.